try and contend with the bit of spam coming out of Armor Engine Q, but there's a stun into one raise. Looking for the short range one, but couldn't get in range. Yuragi with no time walk though, just gonna get chased down and right-clicked for first blood for LGD.
And they leave it for the SF. That's so nice for them. He'd used time walk just to undo some of the raise damage in lane, and that level 1 time walk is such a long cooldown that...
Needs some tangos from Jin-Q. Curious to see how that all played out. It looks like it started with a Jin-Q go with his stun and an attempt on Yuragi. Gotta be wary of that netherboard. It's one of those unexpected tools sometimes. Oh God!
Boy!
Okay. Well,
okay.
Yeah.
He's thinking he's got time walk, but the quick raises just blow him up. Triple raise and you're done.
On top lane,
yeah.
Taken down, but Amar dead again. 4-0 start. 1 kill goes
Tiger's
the way of
feasting,
OG.
though.
Tiger, the big punches. 142 bonus damage. Loses the buff, though, so why?
Oh, no.
Back in the trees.
Oh, he
He'll
turned!
get the kill. Dies to the tower in the end, so a 2 for 2 in the top lane. Massive fight between the two squads there.
I'm pretty sure I'm done. There's a lot of creeps that were waiting for the Venom in the top lane, so he TP'd into like a double creep wave to farm.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, very nice for him. Where's Y wandering now? You've got an interesting obs ward placed there. That just gives a little glimpse of vision.
The kill bottom. Yep.
Oh, the raise
Triple
lands.
raise. Yep. Hit the double close range, and then he backed off for the long range, and Yuragi trying to punish. Needs a lucky bash, though, and he's just not getting it. The level 1 bash, only 12%, and he's no Spirit Breaker.
No, he's definitely not. Well, Amar dead once more. Faith, Bian, and Y, they return back to that lane, collapse on the Razor, while Tiger, well, he was elsewhere.
You know, your Blink Skewer initiations is going to make a lot more sense. For now, he's just leveling up in power, though, so... but I think, like, Blink, even BKB type build is going to be what makes the most sense this game.
Okay. Yeah, well, the DD rune gathered up by Y. Throws the Tombstone and the Rolling Thunder into BZM. Tries to skewer away, but nothing to say. He's got his number and tracks back onto the Magnus.
That's a kill in a mid laner there.
Oh,
and he gets the +1. Great find from nothing to say. Yeah, I think for BZM going for that rune, he knew he could get there before the Pengo, so he kind of, you know, he forces them to have full control of this top lane. He went for 2-2 before deciding to level up Plague Wards. I like it. And also got a value point in Poison Nova. That's how he got that kill. I feel like so many Venoms skip Poison Nova, but great to see him go for that. But here's the move from OG. Oh my god, that Pango.
But Pango with a big swash and a Rolling Thunder while Arme skewered across into the RP from BZM. Jin-Q already dead after dropping low under the tower, and OG enough damage to bring down the Nyx and the Shadow Fiend while not losing anyone yet. Misha heals up, back off his wand, and Y getting chased down with a shockwave and a play forward from Yuragi. They get the kills they need. 10-5 now, and OG a bit of a response, looking for nothing to say. He's got no swatch, no Rolling Thunder. Shield Crash gives him a ton of block on that damage incoming, and Jin-Q with the 3-man stun. Holds back OG, but they are not giving up on this. Chasing back into the tree line. Finally, Misha will die to nothing to say, but a skewer onto Jin-Q, opening up a potential kill on the Nyx. BZM wants it desperately, but now Faith Bian's joined the fray. Battling away onto the Magnus, looking for the pick-off, and he'll find it with his dominating streak going. And Jin-Q, he lines a stun up onto the Faceless Void. No stuns coming from LGD though, so
yeah, the Mask of Madness really saying, I'm going to look to guarantee and scale into the late game, not going for any kind of early BKB. Wanting to play that true late game hard carry. I mean, you've got Pengo Venu, you've got so much ability to pressure these early towers and parts of the map. There's mid lane though, find Misha.
Good catch. Take down the Pugna. Can't really use this as a platform to go do anything else, just to kill for kill's sake. But
lose the Undying. Any bash? Oh, first, and he chronos. Oh, he didn't believe in the bash. Yeah, why tips him? It was literally like 0.1 second on the TP, so he didn't believe in the bash, so he just insta-casted Chrono with the right click.
LGD gonna get some recourse though. Take down Tiger in the bottom lane. I was thinking it's a bit of an awkward spot for Faith Bian. You know, he TP'd bottom to get involved with that fight, which was nice. That occurs when, you know, a team isn't really able to go and push or anything. But this is literally just Shadow Fiend making sure he has a second life if he does get caught out or a sneaky smoke comes out of OG. He just planted himself in his Ancients, farming away up to 9,000 net worth. But the jump in from BZM top, catching out the Veno into the life drain. Nothing to say, has taken down Amar already though, as Faith Bian falling near that tier 1 top. LGD. You're gonna move in quickly though. Time to dive. BZM swashbuckled down. The life drain won't heal him up anywhere near enough, and nothing to say with why. They've got the gap close onto Misha. Pugner's stranded, and Jinkyu secures it with a stun.
Tiger's still in the neighborhood playing around a vision and ward. He gets stunned up, still has a TP out. And they know there's a ward up here. Yeah, they're gonna get the D ward, and they're gonna find Tiger. Impale up in a second, so they'll finish off at 4th hero. Not a good fight for OG. It was a fight they chose to take because they knew they were creating a lot of space for the Void down bottom, who did get the tier 1 tower and is getting a lot of farm, but seeding up so many kills to a Shadow Fiend plus the tier... Yeah. Very methodical from LGD. It's one of these classic games where you get first Aegis as early as possible, and you use it to take these outer tier 2 towers, get outposts, and they're going to maybe get Amar here as well. Carapace going to find him and gets a 2-man impale.
That's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yep.
Really gorgeous from Jinkyu, and the exact move that you were talking about. They're pushing mid, they're farming enemy Ancients, pushing bottom. Every lane there's a hero from LGD showing. So OG...
They may look to take this team fight. They're grouping up here.
They're kind of ready for this, though. LGD in the vicinity as Jinkyu. He's not going to get caught out by anything here until the bashes from Uragi, but they've got the mech from the Undying. The Chrono lands in onto the Undying and Shadow Fiend. Jinkyu finally dies, but Uragi and BZM, they're dropping so quickly. Tiger and Misha trapped in the tree line. Nothing to say. Slices through one. And Tiger with a TP home, successfully escaping. But LGD, another swift, domineering performance in attention to areas of the map that he wants his team to be playing into. It looks like
a big kill if they can get it.
He gets off his BKB. Chrono comes along with a static link, and Amar's walked into the Chronosphere here, so maybe with the heals from the Undying to buy time for Arme to escape. Gets him a bit of distance. Requiem, is it in time? No, not quite. In comes nothing to say, but he's bouncing off the cliffs. They'll finish off the Razor, and Uragi, time walking back, tries to TP, but the zombies and Jinkyu's jump will secure them. 2 kills in the trade for Arme's SF.
Yeah. They make sure they still get the good trade, but losing the Shadow Fiend, you know, not... Oh, the window's closing though, and they're being jumped on.
Yeah, scouted and caught out by Jinkyu's Nyx. He goes in for a stun and then quickly runs. Trying to keep vision here over Tiger with another Yules, but the catch from BZM sending Jinkyu back towards tier 3, but they've got the poison over the plague walls and all the damage from the Veno while Arme's outside of the Chrono. Uragi tried just to control up nothing to say, while Amar diving in onto the SF, draining all of his damage. Uragi back in, but Arme's got this Mask Commander's going, the BKB's up, getting bashed in the meantime, needs a bit of help from his team, but Uragi focusing SF, they've lost too much, they can't finish him off. Arme survives, and their cores have all died. GG is called, and game 1, it's over.
Yeah, the carries on the front lines just didn't have the supports. They're going to go for some last piece here, but Pengo got the entire back line. His Blink rolling Thunder in with the roll-up, he was just chain stunning these supports, taking ET out of the fight, taking Pugna out of the fight, and as a result, like, the Void didn't have any real backup. He tried to get a Chrono, multiple heroes, only caught the Pengo initially, and unfortunately, yeah, for OG, it was just a kind of greedy draft that Pengo's going to very quickly become a top pick in the meta again.
Yeah, absolutely is. And OG, they're going to meet LGD here. Jinkyu walks up to the staircase. The Fortune's End into Razors. And close in on the Primal Beast. The Onslaught gets the distance. The Sunstrike, though, it'll connect and kill him. BZM with first blood, and OG, good start here to game 2.
He was out of there if not for that Sunstrike. And BZM, while all that was going on, perhaps he got pretty low. He maybe was watching top lane a bit too much, and nothing to say. Once he hits level 6, there is that kill potential in mid with Wise Dazzle rotating in. They're looking for it pre-level 6 even, and they're going to get it.
Yeah, very nicely done. Why? Close to death, but he had that wand pretty full and a fairy fire. Keep himself alive, even though he is blocked in with the creeps. Come on, nothing to say. Get me out of here, please. An Oracle TPing in, just going to kill off Y. Y wants to die. It's time to die.
Oh, maybe he didn't see the TP in the trees? Not entirely sure. but like you say, dying almost feels better for me. So PSG.LGD, you know, having their cake and eating it too. They're pushing top, they're pushing mid. They use the first exorcism to bring down the tier 1 mid with the Nature's Prophet rotation, and this mid tower has gotten very low as well.
Yeah, Jinkyu may have stepped a little too far forward. Tiger there again, saving himself with the Edict, but Tiny caught out along with the Shadow Fiend. Faith Beyond has herded Yuragi back into LGD, trying to pin down the SF and the Swashbuckle. Nothing to say, shuts him down. The Grave would have saved him from the Sunstrike if it had landed. And LGD, they keep themselves sustained for that continual aggression.
Beast being down this bottom lane suggests that they want to try find some pickoffs down here.
All right, try and play into him. The TPing bottom outpost. Jinkyu sees Tiger. Thinking about it. The onslaught cancelled out. And meanwhile, Faith Beyond runs straight in towards Misha.
BZM's caught as well.
Do they have
detection?
And detection for him. Doesn't look like
chain stunning him.
Just blindly stunning and chain disabling the Invoker while Amar trapped inside the Sprout. Silenced up for now. But he is away from there. Still holding 17-1 charges, but he's going to have to use them to survive against the Pango and the Wrath of Nature.
I was just about to say, I think that's actually decent for OG, but losing Amar there, perhaps not getting one anytime soon. He's maxed out the toss, but how does he get into to use a toss back? It's
the
something
Windlace.
OG. Yeah, they just can't play around it.
Oh, two supports scouted out and rolled on. Nothing to say. Comes crashing down on their heads and pulverize the Oracle with a good shield crash over towards Tiny. Misha getting caught up here by Faith Beyond and nothing to say. Two quick kills for them while they're still out on the map. Arme pushing out top. Looks like he's TPing in towards mid to catch out Amar. The Turd Hunter dead for 30 seconds.
And being able to play like this aggressive, let's just keep hunting for kills style of Dota with a Nature's Prophet means, you know, Nature's Prophet's just another catch. Amar, he's the one who's farming the dangerous parts of the map and just constantly being found and hunted. Doesn't really want to ravage.
He's tanky and annoying. Cutting through trees and pigballing away.
Okay.
They've got another onslaught in 3 seconds along with a trample, so he'll ravage now as Misha dies to Faith Beyond, but in comes the onslaught trample, and Jinkyu finds the takedown. It looked like Tiger was considering the false promise on the tide, but now with the Gleipnir catch from Arme, they'll bring him down as well. 3 quick kills again from LGD, and it's just non-stop slaughtering of that OG lineup here. To Ancients, keeping that farm rate up. And in fact, what's 740 GPM? Not a spectacular number, but for 22 minutes into the game, it's pretty freaking good.
Just gotta be careful. OG have smoked us 5. This is their big teamfight opportunity.
And they come in contact with the DP and blow up Faith Beyond, but look at that trample. The damage of the Tiger clears him up. Oracle's dead. As Yuragi with his BKB turns, but the Grave onto Jinkyu allows him to potentially TP home here. Impact in this match without a real hero to put the false promise on. BZM gonna TP out of bottom. Arme stuck around, and the 5 members of LGD are stampeding in towards that tier 2 bot area. They've already claimed the tower, so now it's time to claim some kills. Why? Walking high ground, gets Avatos back into Yuragi. Good pick off on the Dazzle, but what can they make off the back of it? Amar and Yuragi coming down the staircase. Sunstriking forward to try and scout and give vision. Jinkyu, he meets Misha, BKBs and pulverizes, and now they've got the DP ult with the Pango roll. Back in towards the Tiny. Look to blow up Misha here and catch onto Tiger. Both supports the targets here for the Gleipnir of Arme, as they will swiftly move in to kill off the Squishies.
Elsewhere,
nothing to say. He's even in the back lines aiming for BZM.
He's zoning out the entire back lines. Didn't have any follow-up damage, so it wasn't really...
Last-ditch Glyph keeps the tier 3 alive on 20 health. And Yuragi fake pumping the Requiem. Gotta be careful now, he's sprouted up though. Needs to get his BKB off. They've got False Promise behind him to buy. No, they don't. It's on cooldown. They don't have the save available for Yuragi, so he's gonna die. Arme just comes in, kills off 2. Dive behind tier 3s a little bit there, but fall back and focus objectives is the name of the game for LGD.
It's pretty good. You actually kind of, you know, you've got that range carry that can always be attacking an SF. You're not really being kited, and LGD, they want to charge in here.
Man, nothing to say. Breaks up the high ground, spots out Misha. Does get the toss back, and a blink ravage from Amar, not connecting on anything. Faith Beyond has aggressively blinked in on towards Tiger, getting the fear on the Oracle. Pango trying to slow down Uragi's retreat. Needs the BKB Requiem to fear them up, but he's been caught out, stunned up by the Rolling Thunder, and finished off. GG call.
GG.
A tremendous victory. 2-0, in fact, for LGD over OG. I thought this series would be a close one.
26-4, 2 sub 30-minute games. We're getting all these 50-minute games on this patch. I feel like, yesterday we had 10 games or whatever that went like 15 hours, and OG and LGD just having 2 quick ones. This was a complete and utter stomp. I think LGD, a lot of it goes back to the draft where OG thought